We're here with volleyball assistant coach Craig Berry and part of our new feature with getting to know the coaching staff. And first of all, Coach, this is your first year here at Georgia Tech. You're now into your second full month of matches. You've been here since the spring, though, however. And how have things gone so far with the move to Atlanta, transition to Georgia Tech?
It's gone very well, and part of that is all the great people that are involved at the Institute here at Georgia Tech, and they've made this transition extremely smooth. The team has been extremely open and receptive to everything that we've asked them to do, which has been really nice and made the transition great in terms of the gym and the team and staying focused on goals that we really want to achieve. So I would say overall it's been good. On a personal side, it's been wonderful too. Having a family and everything's been really good for them. So it's couldn't be any better right now.
Just walk us through the transition here. You've been major Division I college volleyball for several years, and just how you got hooked up with Coach Johnson and ended up here at Georgia Tech.
Wow. Actually, known Tonya for a long time. We've been friends and, obviously colleagues over the last 13, 14, 15 years, and tremendous amount of respect for her. She's done some really, really good things in the sport, and really admire everything she's done and her as a person. So that was an easy fit, having known her, and when she made the phone call to me and we sat down and talked about not only what we could get done or accomplish at Georgia Tech, but also somebody that I would certainly want to work with or for, and similar philosophies, similar backgrounds a little bit in terms of some of the people that we've worked with in the past, which made the transition really easy as well. So it was a lengthy process in terms of getting here, but certainly once she decided she wanted the job at Georgia Tech and really delving into everything here that Georgia Tech has to offer, an opportunity to really accomplish some great things. It was a kind of a no-brainer.
Well, we know each assistant coach, focuses on all aspects of the program, but, you and both Ed Tolentino have, responsibilities that you focus on primarily. Just walk us through a couple of yours and, what you do on a daily basis, both in the office and working at practice.
Well, as you know, it's very little coaching actually during the full course of the day. Obviously, we spend 3 hours in the gym, and that's where we do a ton of the coaching. But there's so much behind the scenes work that we actually have to do. We spend a lot of hours in the office. A lot of my main responsibilities are still recruiting. Ed does the majority of the recruiting correspondence and maintenance of databasing and all that kind of stuff. But we all are extremely involved in the recruiting process. And so that's a large part of our day, whether it be phone calls, letters, emails, that type of stuff. And then also I take kind of a lead role in scouting opponents, watching video, handling the video correspondence, somewhat the training side of things. Some of the other things that we have to do is obviously coordinate practice times, not only for at home and working with facilities folks and whatnot, but on the road. And so that's a large part of what we do on a daily basis.
Well, you came here to Georgia Tech, you've had stops at Louisville and various other places, but speaking for both you and your family, what have been some of the most positive aspects of working here at Georgia Tech and, moving to the Atlanta area?
Well, certainly where Georgia Tech is involved, everybody really welcomed us with open arms, and that was great. You feel like you walk into a family away from home. Leaving Louisville was a tough decision for us because that was home for my wife and I both, and all of our families still being up there. So when we decided to look at Georgia Tech and make that move, it had to be a special place, had to be a place that we really felt like we could move. We have a 3-year-old son, so we can move him and everyone would then become our family. And with Tonya and Ed, that was instantaneously because our long friendship and relationship outside of just working together. So that made it really easy, and there's so much support here in terms of that. So it was pretty easy, and it's made it very fun as well, and looking at at things with just volleyball program. You know, we got so much support here, and our fan base is tremendous. And you walk into O'Keefe any given Friday, Saturday night, and when you have that environment, it certainly makes it worthwhile walking in the gym every weekend. You know, going into it, no matter who walks in this gym, it can be the #1 team in the country, and they're going to struggle in this gym with the atmosphere and environment that the Georgia Tech fans, the student body, with our band and our boosters and just all the community in general. That's fun. It's a great thing to be a part of, and so many people talk about it. And going into that first match against Georgia, we had heard it as a staff 1,000 times, you know, but you don't understand it until you experience it. And this is a special place, and hopefully we're going to be able to, as a matter of fact, I know we are, but we're going to be able to accomplish a ton of great things because of all of that. And it really helps with recruiting.
Well, you guys have gotten off to a great start this year, but where do you see this program going 2, 3, 5 years down the road?
Well, you know, it's obviously our goal to win an ACC championship. It's our goal to get into the NCAA tournament and play deep into the tournament. That's a challenge. There's so many factors that go into that. The way the bracket falls out, you know, and you almost have to upset 1 or 2 really high-ranked teams to get deep in the tournament. The program's experienced that in the past, so there's a history there. Bottom line is we want to position ourselves in this program to have that kind of success, and everything's in place to do that. We've got to get out and we've got to recruit, and we tell our team and we tell other recruits as we're recruiting them. Bottom line is our job is to out-recruit or recruit over the players that we have in the program at this point. And when that starts happening, we're going to have so much competition in the gym on a daily basis. This program is going to start moving forward. I feel like we're in a great position right now. If we can play well on the road, we're in a position that we can challenge for an ACC championship. Obviously, there's a lot of things. We have to stay healthy. We got to keep progressing. And right now, the girls are doing that. So they're doing everything that we ask, and we're starting to reach some of our goals. And you know, 3 to 5 years, our goal is to have at least 1 ACC championship under our belt and playing into the NCAA tournament.
Well, thanks, Coach, and good luck rest of the season, and congratulations on your early success.
Thanks, appreciate it.